Hey! What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Child of Mecha live stream. I am your host, Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha. Welcome to a new week. It's Monday, so we're getting back to work, right? Let's go. For tonight's shirt, because I know you're all wondering what I'm wearing tonight, we're going old school. We got the chibi hummingbird on tonight with the insignia on the side and everything. So, saw it in the closet, figured why not? So there we go. All right, a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff to show tonight, and some updates on the GM Quel, because that's looking pretty nice, and hopefully you guys have seen the pictures on social media, patrons on the Patreon and everything like that. So let's get the business out of the way first, and then we'll get into all that fun stuff, yeah? So, if you are interested in any of the tools and materials that we're going to be working with here tonight, highly suggest you hit up the Amazon link just below in the description, that side if you're watching on Facebook. Now, I do get a bit of a commission based off the stuff that you buy, but it does not increase the cost for you. It just goes to help support the stream. Lots of cool stuff in there too. Like I said, tools and materials that we use on a daily basis, books for inspiration, gear for streaming if you're into that. Just a lot of fun stuff, and I add to it all the time. Actually added some things just here within the past couple days that we're actually going to talk about. If you want to cop one of these awesome chibi hummingbirds by our good friend Corey DeYonker, Links53 over there on Twitch. Go hit up www.chowdamecha.com, hit the store button up at the top, and you'll be transported to the store, and you'll see all the shirts. You'll see this one, the Mecha Decal insignia shirts, the Ace Pilot series shirts, all sorts of fun stuff in there. So go load up on that stuff. And then if you really, really want to show your support for what we do here, man, hit up the Child of Mecha Patreon. A lot of cool stuff going on there. Monthly giveaways, hangouts, all sorts of things that, are just a lot of fun. Also, too, like I said, a lot more pictures hit Patreon than they do on social media now. So if you're a patron, you're able to see all of these whip pictures, especially for the GM Quel, step-by-step, the breakdowns, everything. So a lot of fun stuff going on over there. If you have the means and you want to show your support, man, go hit that up. It would be very, very much appreciated. And then, as always, if you are in the market for kits, tools, paints, accessories, Mecha Decals, right down here at our good friends, USA Gundam Store, Adam and the fine folks down there will definitely have what you need. So, excuse me. Anywho, let's see here. Man, y'all are quiet in the chat tonight. What's going on? There's Mr. Geo. There's Howard over on Twitch. But man, YouTube is quiet tonight. Usually they're hopping. What's up with y'all? Got the itis from dinner? Thought I was the only one that had the itis. Jeez. I'm like right now. Anyway, Tashi's over there on YouTube. They say, yo, what up? I'm happy to say some Mecha Decals showed up today. With a big old shark sticker and a Tequila Gundam. Hell yeah. Nice. I like it. I like it. Taco Dan's with us over there on YouTube. He says, yo, what's going on, Dan? Miko Pla, Miko just got his chopper today. He's excited. He says, just tagged you in my IG story. Nice. I'll check that out afterwards, Miko. He says, kind of blown away by my new toy. Nice. Let's see. Now the chat's getting going. Sperion's over there with us on YouTube. He says, still hungover from Saturday. Fair. That's fair. Peter Fulford, it's Monday. I get it. No, I get it. Scuffle's with us. He says, I'm cutting Legos. I need every finger I have, so can't type. Okay. Let's see. Kelvin Branham's with us over there on YouTube as well. He says, I'm holding everyone hostage. Send help. Let's see. Sperion says, Chopstein. Word, right? Julius Dembski. Sarge. He says, I used your epoxy/jelly technique. It worked so far. Now sanding and shaping. Nice. So it's slurry. You were close, Sarge. Jelly is what you put on sandwiches. Anyway, highly good that you have it. Let's see. Howard over there on Twitter, he's got the frog. Nice. Miko says it's better than I thought. That's what she said. Wow. Okay, Miko. Jesus. With the office references. Anyway. All right. So, like I said, a bunch of things to show, a bunch of things to talk about. And then we'll get to the GM Quel here in just a little bit. So, the first one I wanted to talk to you guys real quick about scheduling updates. Yeah, so this is the thing. With me now being a full-time single dad, time is very much of the essence, right? Just in general. Not even to just spend with the kid, but in general, right? So what I think I'm going to do... actually, before I get to that, another reason why I want to do kind of a scheduling change is to start to pump out additional content for you guys, right? So the YouTube videos is a high priority. The podcast is a high priority. The working on the book is another high priority. And then also finished designing the new official insignia Mecha Decals, the Federation and the Xeon sheets. Those are also high priority. So right now, there's just not enough time in the day overall to get everything done, right? So what I think I'm going to do, and I actually really, really like this idea when I thought of it earlier, is do a 3-week on, 1 week off type of scheduling. Now, the 1 week off is going to be a mechanism week, right? But I'll be on mechanism. So we're only losing basically 2 actual live streams that for that off week, right? In the month. So I think that's probably going to be the best case scenario at this point, because I have the entire week to get caught up on things, work on things, spend time with the kid. And then also that week, it just so happens that Amber goes with her mom on Thursdays and spends the entire weekend with her. So those kind of Thursday to late Sunday outside of Mechanism are prime content creation hours. So I do want to, take full advantage of that, right? But also too, trying to get this place up for sale and everything. We, trying to get painted and little touch-ups here and there. It's just, unfortunately, I've been putting it off. So now, with 1 week off, I'm going to have a lot more time during the day to be able to work on that. And yeah, you may be saying, but Tim, it's only 4 extra hours. What are you doing? It's actually a lot more than that. Creating, putting together this this live stream and everything takes a lot more time than just the 4 hours that you guys see, right? And mind you, I love it. I love being here. But I also want to make more for you guys, right? And I want you to be able to enjoy the more stuff. So I think by taking that, by doing a 3-week on, 1 week off live stream schedule, I think there's going to effectively be more content for you guys to consume, if you will, right? So I think that's going to be the deal. Hey, Seth Builds with the host. What's up, Seth? He says, Timmy, what up, dude? But yeah, so I think, Michael Dawson, we're just talking about scheduling because I'm going to convert to a 3-week on, 1 week off type of scenario. And the 1 week... Oh, you guys! Blast from the past! Robert! What up, dude? Okay, I gotta put everything else on hold to say hi to my boy Robert. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, this is old school Child of Mecha. Robert, Mr. Robert Cruz in the YouTube chat. He was a mod on the old Child of Mecha message boards back in the day. Yes. Mr. Jester Speed himself. And I'm going to tell you what, you think that other people are fast builders? This dude is a fast builder. Yeah. And he's also a hell of a mini painter too. I don't think many people can say they've actually had a mini, a little, like a Warhammer mini or whatever, created in their likeness. He does. And I actually have one. Hang on. Yes. Yes. Lord Jester Mercenary. Look at that. Oh, that's upside down. That's him. That's Robert. Yeah. That's awesome, dude. He says, what's up? I got a new house and I have a place to paint. Set up all my Gunpla on shelves. Word. See? Yeah. Dude, I told you I think I have like 2 or 3 of these lying around somewhere. Still in package. Still in package. Mint condition, might I add. Except for the like 10 or so creases. But hell yeah, dude. What's going on, Robert? Damn. Blast from the past, you guys. Blast from the past. He says they don't make them anymore. Oh shit, so they're collector's items. I get $100 for this on Amazon or on eBay or something. That's what I'm talking about. Oh man, good stuff, dude. Good stuff. All right, so so just real quick, back to what we were talking about, guys. So I'm thinking like 3 weeks off, 1 week on, right? Now Bill just joined us. What's up, Bill? He says, Tim, gonna be honest, why not swap Wednesday streams for every other Saturday or Sunday? Move the needs a weekend night when it isn't going to be as hectic. Well, see, that's the thing. That's basically just robbing Peter to pay Paul at this point. What I want is like a solid week just to focus on endeavors. You know? Just that. Excuse me. So it's not necessarily the days that it falls on. It's just I want time to be able to create more. Yeah. So that's basically. Oh yeah, and Pabs is on Saturdays. I don't want to step on his feet, you know? He's got Critiqual and all those guys, so yeah. Anyway, let's see. Bill says, wasn't Robert on like 6-9 months ago? I remember you breaking out the mini and everything. Yeah. He pops in from every now and then. Which I love, dude. Robert says, yeah, 25 cents at a swap meet. No, sir. These are fine collectibles. Hell yeah, man. And honestly, dude, this little sucker reminds me of much better days. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Back when I had the Child of Mecha message board, I had a diamond select account, you know, and everything, and so I was able to get a bunch of these, and I still have like I said, 2 or 3 of them at least. This one was just up on the shelf over there, which I actually happened to see the other day, and it reminded me. I'm like, damn, that was such a good time back then. But yeah, you guys, like Jester, Brandon Hopkins, who goes by B-Hop, he's one of those Gundam guys. Those were both mods on my message board back in the day. There were a lot of good dudes on there, and so many people sprang up from that message board. Yeah. Anyway. Robert says, you'll be seeing more as I get back into Gunpla. I have to catch up on a lot. Dude. Yeah, Phil. Gamera. Clem. Yeah. Huge Dom. I never knew what his real name was, but yeah. Yeah, there's awesome bunch of guys. And then the one that will not be named. You know who we're talking about, Robert. You know who we're talking about. Yeah, that's some bitch. Anyway. So yeah. Let's see. Miko says, for a second there, I thought he was Robert 184. No. Let's see. Mr. Greek Nakos, what's going on, dude? He's over there on Twitch. He says, Reaper Miniatures is an awesome company, and I bet if you called them with the model number, they'll cast up a few for you. Shit, look at that. He says the only time they don't recast their own minis are if they don't own the license anymore. Yeah, I think that was an original for them. Yeah. Anyway. Let's see. Ricardo, Mr. Silver Maverick is with us. He says, howdy, howdy, howdy. What's going on, Ricardo? Bill says, I said every other, like doing every Monday, Friday, and every other Saturday. So Mechanism and Sunday streams could match up with The Kiddo Is Out. Maybe. I'd have to put some more thought on that. Yeah. I just want to, like I said, I want a chance to just go all out on the content side of things. So without having the pressure of live streaming 2 nights during that week, I don't know. I just think it would be better for everyone, honestly. But I'll think that's actually it. Mind you, Bill, I'm not saying no. I'm saying that's a very good idea, and I'm saying that's a thing that I'm going to have to think about. Yeah. And mind you, I will give that serious consideration because I had not thought about that type of, type of scenario. So we will see. Anyway, let's see. Steven, Mr. Shar's apprentice. Tim, are you going to do some hand painting for those minis? No, dude. No. This, like I said, this is now a collector's item, and this is staying in package. I'm going to have it graded and locked in a lucite container, and I'm going to put it on eBay for like $1,200 because it's worth that much. I don't know. Ricardo says, message board? What's it like being old? Next you'll be talking about IQC. Dude, I never used IQC, so fuck out of here. Anyway. Charles, Mr. Greek Knockers, now he's over on YouTube. He says, looks like Reaper does still cast them up on a per order basis. There you go. Let's see. Avoid the yeah, dude. Inside thing, you guys, trust me, you don't ever want to know. Calvin Branham says, did I misunderstand you? Is it 3 weeks on, 1 week off? Yes, that's what it's going to convert into, Calvin. But that off week, like I said, is going to be a Mechanism week. And I'll still be on Mechanism that week. Still hosting everything. But you're only going to lose 2 streams a month. Because I want to focus efforts on other things. Like the book. Like YouTube videos, like the pre-recorded ones, not the live streams, right? The podcast, the official insignia decals, all that stuff just is kind of being pushed aside right now because, like I said, full-time dad and live streaming guru, whatever, it takes time, right? So there's just not enough hours in the day. So I'm thinking if I am able to take that week off, effectively you guys will get even more content, right? Even more. Yeah. So that's kind of the idea. But Bill just kind of gave a good kind of he threw a good wrench into the works, which I'm gonna have to think about. He says, it's just food for thought. Last thing any of us want is to pressure you. Oh, dude, no. Guys, I'm going to say it once. I love this shit. I missed this so much. Even when I don't want to be on, as soon as I hit that live button, boom. The switch turns and I'm in happy mode. Right? But I want you guys to be in happy mode too. Yeah, come on now. I want you guys to be able to have the pre-recorded videos, right? To where you don't have to sit through a 2-hour live stream of us bullshitting sometimes, so that you can get right into the real deal. And with doing actual videos, I can cover topics that we can't really cover on a live stream. Resin casting. Resin casting is a big one, but that takes time, right? Resin casting is the number one thing. But also, little things, basics and stuff like that. Just all sorts of techniques that I have written down to go into detail. Scribing, like an actual video covering scribing, going from the basics, the techniques, the terminology, the design principles, everything. Yeah. So that's the idea. And I'm psyched about it. Because I want you guys to be able to benefit. Right? So that's the thing. That's the thing. So I'm going to put some more thought into it. But I think it's a good idea. Yeah. Gumbel Uruguay, Mr. Javier says, ooh, the book, damn straight. Yeah, I've got some ideas for it too. Don't you fret. It's gonna be a big one. Gonna be a big book. I know a lot of these dudes put out, these little thin things. I don't think mine's gonna be like that. I've got so many things to put into a book. Yeah, it's gonna be a coffee table book. That's the way I see it, anyways. But I think you guys will love it. But it's still very, very early, so don't get worked up right now. It's not gonna be on the shelves anywhere anytime soon. So just keep that in mind. Bill says, dude, I am still used to passing around chalk and slate boards to share info. Who you calling old? Nice. Trav City, 4chan, anyone? Malumbo's with us over on YouTube. He says, have you considered going back to the Gelgoog Hunter in the future? Yes, I have considered that. When that's going to happen, I don't know. Because, honestly, that is something that I do want to go back to. Because I thought that was a pretty awesome idea. Just with the way everything shaked out with GBWC, it just wasn't the way to go. So, and by the look of it right now, we're almost in May, you guys, and there has been no official announcement on GBWC. Trust me, I've poked and prodded. There's nothing that anyone's saying right now. So, I don't know. Anyway. Michael Dawson says, the decals come first, Tim. I know, Michael, I know. Trust me, they are a top priority. And they'll be quicker to churn out, so I know you're giddy on them. Patience, brother, patience. Pab says, say it one more time and I'll show up behind you. Resin, resin, resin. Gunpla in Miami, Mr. Chris, he says, what's up, everyone? What's up, Kanye? Charles Dodge says, you had chalk to Bill? Nice. Let's see. Maverick, Mr. Ricardo says, paint spotlight videos. Hey, yeah. George Delelios, Mr. Old School Gunpla George. Hey, buddy. He says, Tim, question, is this to become your full-time career? George, I would absolutely love it if that did. And I will be honest with you, that is the main goal. Yeah. Crystal clear transparency. That's the main goal. Yes. I want that to happen. Whether it will or not remains to be seen. But I would love it if that happened. Yeah. That's why I'm going full push. Because it's not... Let's see. There was a picture I saw on Instagram the other day. It's not it's not the act of making money. It's the freedom that comes with the money. There's a difference, right? And I think everybody's kind of on there, yeah. Kind of on that same wavelength. But yes, to answer your question, 100%. I would love that to become... I would love this to become my full-time job, yes. Which I would work tooth and nail to provide, you know? But it's a wait and see. It's a slow build-up, right? With any business, it's a slow build-up. We'll see, right? We'll see. I keep working. I keep pushing. Who knows? We might get there. Miko Plus says, well, that answered my question. Your tutorials on your website are awesome, but it'd be even more awesome to see it in action without the fluff. You don't like fluff, Miko? Fuck's wrong with you? Everybody likes fluff. Gumpel Uruguay says, book gonna be thick. Pab says, it's gonna sit proudly in my toilet shelf, Tim. Thank you, Pabs. Jeez. Brandon, he says, I'm all for pre-recorded videos. I love the live chats, but end up rewatching them a day later at work so I can pause, fast forward, and whatnot for build technique. See? And mind you, we're never gonna stop this. At least I'm never gonna stop this. You guys might stop watching me, but I'm never gonna stop doing this. Not by choice, anyways. Because I love this too much. I love it way too much. And I love interacting with you guys way too much. Like I said, this was a missing part of me for those 8 months. And having it back, come on. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Mika Pla says, what's GBWC? I don't know if you're being serious or not, Miko, but Gundam Builders World Cup, GBWC. Anyway. If you're not being serious, I get the joke. Anyway, Bill says to Miko, if we can get the annotations worked out, we might be able to get a programming list for all topics he has covered in streams. Yeah, you know, and Kyle, this is a sore spot for me, mainly because I've been sleeping on it. Kyle's already done that for most of I think all of the Jesta build. He watched every single bit and he wrote everything down. Yeah. But there's so many and I have had so little time. It's just gone by the wayside. All that work that he did, I feel bad. I do. I feel really bad. One day. Let's see. Charles Dodge, he says, Tim, I know it's more expensive, but as a librarian, mini painter, modeler, please, please, please get the upgraded paper and quality spiral binding for the lay flat ability. Interesting. I hadn't thought of that. Mainly because of the graphic design that's going into it. Because I've already got kind of a workup, like a mock-up on the cover and everything. And I'm going kind of retro. You guys will understand when you see it. And I don't want to show it right now because anything could change. But I'll have to, Charles, I will think about that. I will think about that. It depends on the cost. You know, that's really what it's going to come down to, is the brass tacks. Let's see. Kenneth's with us. Evening. What's going on, Kenneth? Bill says, Tim, we need a mecha army for Brandon and his birthday. Oh, yeah, that's right. Today is Brandon's birthday. Happy birthday, buddy. Mr. Bash Box himself. What's going on? Let's see. Miko says, that would be fire, Bill. That's pretty much the only thing missing from these streams. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. Like a table of contents, basically. I know. George says, thanks, Tim. Let's see if we can make that a reality. Fingers crossed, brother. Fingers crossed, right? Like I say, one day at a time, and we build to it. Just like building a model, right? We build toward it. Anyway. Let's see. Sparion says, we just got to get him one of those silver plaques. I'm lost. Anyway. Let's see. Gumpel Uruguay. Living from this? That would love that. Yeah, for real. For real. Let's see. Bill says, yeah, I think it was Kyle, Mr. Coolest Gumpler, who was putting together a spreadsheet. Yes, he did. He sent me a Word document with everything and all the breakdowns and everything. And I'm a terrible person, you guys. Like, it's just not enough time. Anyway, Scovel says, I keep working, I keep pushing. That's what he said. Miko says, dad bods are in these days, so I guess that counts a fluff. Hey. Edwin RSA and a bunch of other people are saying happy birthday to Brandon. Julio's with us. He says, oh shit, my boy got older. What up, fam? What up, Julio? Michael Dawson says, anyone know when the premium Bandai Mark V hits stateside? I'm getting itchy for a silver bullet suppressor kit bash. It might be a while, dude. You know? I don't know. Everybody's saying happy birthday. Brandon says, thank you, Tim. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. Brandon says, big week, turn 32 and close on my house Wednesday. Hey! See, Brandon was smart. He went with new construction. He doesn't have to fight the real estate market. Son of a bitch. Charles says, if you're going to go with the traditional binding, get the upgraded college textbook binding. I've gotten gaming books from K&S, and the best lasting are the textbook bound books. The added costs are worth it. Like I said, man, I'll have to see. I don't know what we can afford and what we can't, honestly. It's so far off in the distance right now. Scuffle says, just my 2 cents, but if you want to grow your subscriber count, you might want to consider uploading some shorter edited videos. I love the long live streams, just food for thought. Oh, dude, no, we'd actually talked about that. That's one of the reasons why we're going 3 weeks on, 1 week off, is to do that very thing, Scuffle. So, we right here, dude. We right here. Persistent Turtle, Mr. Lucas, he says, hey, happy Monday, Mecha Maniacs. What's going on, Lucas? Dude, and Lucas, I'm not avoiding you. I just have zero time to respond. Like, the little time that I do is, like, minuscule. So, don't feel bad. I'm just a terrible person. Let's see. Bill says, Brandon, what size did you have to get for your house to wear clothes? Nice. Otaku Dan says, Kindle version? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It's that, like I said, that is so far off. I don't even want to really think about it at this point, you know? Miko Plas says, side note, using the chopper to make a cube. Got 1, 2, 3 blocks to help keep things square. There you go. And Miko, you gotta keep in mind the thickness of the material to get a perfect cube. Keep that in mind. That's where a lot of people mess up. It's not just slapping 6 sides together. You gotta compensate. Kenneth says, oh, Tim, any intro about those new paints? We're going to be talking about that here momentarily, Kenneth. Yes. Yeah, and Bill says that. He says, making a true cube is harder than it seems. It actually is. You've got to compensate for that material thickness. Yeah. Lucas says, LOL, if my feelings got hurt, I'd never wake up in the morning. You good, George, took away all my pride a long time ago. Nice. Kevin Branham says, hey, maybe your first video could be painting the GM Quel, 15-20 minutes. Maybe. Like I said, my particular style of painting is very, very vanilla. I don't do pre-shading, post-shading, anything like that. I just mask and paint colors. Solid colors, that's it. It's, honestly, I mean, it's super boring. But, yeah, 100%. Trust me, I've got a list, you guys, of, as it stands right now, probably at least 70, 80 idea topics for videos. So, yeah. Lot of content to be produced. Yeah. And thus why we're going 3-1. 3-1. Yeah. Let's see. George says, glad Glad to help, Lucas. Whew. Miko says, shooting for good enough, as Tim always says. Exactly. Okay, so that's a good... Thank you. That's a very good point, Miko. It doesn't have to be perfect, just good enough. Robert says, I could paint it in 20 minutes. Damn right you could, Robert. Shit. Otaku Dan says, solid color gang. Kenneth says, Tim's ASMR painting. God, no. I don't know. I will not know. Jesus. Bill says, is it artificial vanilla or organic vanilla? Bill, it is organic farm, what is it? Free range, corn-fed, no steroid, antibiotic vanilla. Just vanilla. Closest thing to water that you're going to get. That bland. Let's see. Kelvin says, that's with edits, my friends. There you go. Greek Knockos Charles, he's back over there on Twitch. He says, to not clog up the YouTube chat and not get lost, but when you want to talk about books, binding, paper type, real versus ebook editing, etc., let me know. I've got a bit of experience with self-publishing as well as being a librarian. Hey, there we go. Seth Build says, yo, what up, Greek Knockos? How have you been? Nice. George says, don't let the perfect be the enemy of good. Bill says, so no doo-doo extract in there. Oh, God, no. Come on, man. Have I ever inserted doo-doo extract into anything? Really? Me? No. Let's see. Persistent Turtle says, gluten-free? Yes. Non-GMO, vegan-friendly, dolphin-safe, like Miko says. Yes, 100%. Charles Dodge, back over on YouTube now. He says, ASMR Gunpla painting. Isn't that just no talking with the sound gates open and volume turned down? Pretty much. Yeah, basically. Bill says, been watching all the reactions to people discovering where artificial vanilla comes from. I don't want to know. Don't. Bill, don't show me how the sausage is made. Just let me enjoy it. Okay? Just, please. Just let me enjoy it. Julio says, I am the doo-doo extract. Nice. Bill says, Julia is artificial vanilla. He says, it comes from poo-poo. God damn you, Bill. You son of a bitch. Still gonna enjoy it. I don't give shit. Anyway, so guys, schedule update. 3-1, 3 weeks off, or 3 weeks on, 1 week off. That's gonna be a Mechanism week. I will be on Mechanism, just those 2 streams in the middle for now, but I'm gonna think about it. The initial thought is just kind of cancel those 2 live streams in that 1 week, be on Mechanism, and then it's just content push after that. So that's the idea. That's the initial idea. Like I said, going to weigh a few things and see where the chips fall. So that's the first thing, right? The first big thing. Next, like I said, we want to talk about the Anchorette paints. I want to show you guys how lovely these paints are, because they are very lovely. Kenneth says Tim needs a break. No, dude, I don't need a break. I just need I need time to create stuff. It's actually going to be more work, but I love it. So it's not really work at that point, right? As long as you love it, it's not really work. And that's the idea. Like I said to George, that's the idea, right? All right, so we're going to talk about the paints here in a few seconds. I want to show you a couple things that I got from the good old Amazon that might make your lives a little bit easier when it comes to scale modeling and stuff like that. So, with that being said, let's go over to camera 2. Okay, and let's get zoomed out just a little bit. Whoop. That's the whoopty. All right, there we go. All right, so first thing here we got is this is just a regular compass. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. This is just a standard little compass. It's by a company called Mr. Pen, and they make a bunch of kind of stationery and stuff like that. But the cool thing about these is that it comes with actually 3 needles, so that, yeah, Bill, you can turn it into a divider. And that's what I've been doing. I've been using this for measuring, right? And honestly, you guys, I'm not 100% sure why I've slept on this for so long. But using something like this, and I'm sure a bunch of people have told me, I'm sure Bill has probably told me multiple times to do it like this. I just don't know why it didn't register. But it didn't, for some strange reason. But using these to measure your different points, say between panel lines or between notches or whatever measurement it may be, finding the 2 points using these nice kind of sharpish needles and then seeing exactly the length of whatever it is just, it's so much easier. And I've now got it, and I've started to gravitate to it, right? So I've got these. I've got my old school, I think these are Statler. Oh no, these are see-through. Yeah, these are old school see-throughs that I got from AC Moore back in 1998. Yeah, 1998. So that shows you how much how old these suckers are, but they are pretty nice because you can go down with these. You can go down to almost absolute zero between the needles. With this one, you can only go down to about 3 millimeters between the two, which is still really good. Still really good, but these are really nice, but these are really nice too. These are good. I've started using these just as a quick grab tool, right? These obviously are much higher quality, and I don't want them to get messed up, so I keep these in the protective pouch more times than not. But these are definitely a much higher quality and thus more expensive too. This is probably going to run you at least $20-25, if not more. This little guy I think was like $5 or $6 on Amazon, and it's in the Amazon link. But very nice quality for a $5 or $6 item. And like I said, man, you can do all sorts of stuff with this. I know Bill had said, making kind of like an edge scriber. So pulling one of these needles out longer and running that along the edge will help you scribe, around, a curved edge or a non-uniformed edge or something like that. So these come in very, very handy. And then also too, where'd the pouch go for this thing? Here it is. One good thing that I really like about these is it comes with a load, like a lot of pencil lead, right? A ton of them. And then also too, it comes with extra wheels, and then also another needle. So you got 3 needles all together, and then you got all this pencil lead here too. And on one of the the Amazon listing, they said if you ever run out of lead, contact Mr. Pen, and they'll send you more of the pencil lead free. So that's not a bad deal if you're actually using it as a real compass, right? So yeah, so $5-6 for this little guy, well worth the money. It's very sturdy. Like, I was kind of surprised by that. I thought for $5 or $6, like, this is gonna be cheap, but it's $5 or $6, so why not pull the trigger, right? Glad I did. Glad I did, because this is, yeah, it's kind of like a little tank, this little guy, which I'm really happy with. Really happy with. So you got your see-through, you got your Mr. Pen, right? But then if you want to really, really, really get serious, then there's, well, here, let's get these out of the way because this needs the entire screen. There's this guy. Now, Bill, these are dividers, right? Right? These are actual dividers. And this thing, I mean, you could do some damage with this sucker. This has got a 6-inch capacity, so it opens up to 6 inches, right? So we open it up all the way, and boom, right? And the tension in the loop here, or whatever the proper terminology is called, is pretty extreme. Like, I could use one of these things as, like, you know, one of those old school hand forearm workout things, you know, the squeezy kind of, I forget what they're called. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But anyway, the tension is very, very high on this, which is really nice. And the dial works pretty well. You can just squeeze these together to the proper length, and then just dial this down, and then it's locked in, right? So that's this is heavy duty. Now, the one thing that I like about these is that these are true dividers. These do not hold pencil lead or a needle or anything like that, but these points are rather sharp. So if you wanted to, which I've seen people do online, what you could do is lay down, say you want to scribe a circular scribe line, right? So you find center on your piece, wherever it may be, lay down a piece of Dymo, find the center again, lay this side on the Dymo so it doesn't scar the surface, and then using the other very sharp needle or point, you can go ahead and carefully scribe that line in with the other point. Yeah. This guy's heavy duty. So this is kind of like your sledgehammer, so to speak. In terms of, you know, the bastard files, it's this guy. These two are synonymous, right? Yeah, these are more for like leather work, Bill. Yeah, exactly. These are definitely more for leather work, but they work great for measuring and all that stuff. So, and they obviously, it goes down, the points go down to absolute 0. But yeah, these are your sledgehammer, where these two are more like your scalpels, right? So, food for thought. All right, so, and then the what was it? The last thing that I picked up here was just a simple ruler set here. You get 4 rulers, and these go, let's see, for the metric side of our family here. These this one goes up to 355 millimeters or 14 inches. This one here goes up to 310 or 12 inches. And then this one goes up to a little over 200 millimeters, 8 inches. And then this wee little guy right here, this guy goes up to just above 150, and he's 6 inches, right? Cool thing is, and these are by Mr. Pen as well. And these are stainless steel. Really nice set, especially the longer ones, because when you're cutting a long run of plastic sheet for like say for like making a base or something like that, super convenient to have a longer ruler, right? But the cool thing is, so out of the box, right? Where'd my T-square go? Here it is. Out of the box, look at that. Dead on. Dead on compared to the Wave T-square. Look at that. Just dead on. Can't ask for much better than that. Just saying. Can't ask for much better than that. So, yeah. Super happy with this one. And the 4 rulers, I think, were like $6 on Amazon. Something like that. Something crazy. Very inexpensive. But got those end of last week, right before Mechanism. And wanted to show you guys that. They are on the Amazon page, so go hit it up. And, yeah, fun times. All right, so let's get caught up with the chat just real quick, and then we'll talk about the Anchoret paints, okay? Let's see. Brandon says, I bought cheap machinist divider last year. I want to replace it with a nicer one this year. There you go. Hi, Craig. Mr. Colin, what's up, dude? He says, that's how I scribe the Doga head. Hard to measure any other way with the curves. Exactly. Exactly. Bill says, if you can find the compound tips that helps compound ones let you adjust the angles on the individual tips so it can be super cool on uneven surfaces. Hey. Julio says, whatever keeps lead in pencil. Whatever. Jesus, Julio. Brandon says, picked up a few more Olfa handles tonight for my Madworks chisels. Should hold me over until I buy a full set of their round bar chisels. Hey, there you go. Brandon says, machinist dividers on Amazon can be had for $10 to $40. Nice. Kenneth says, oh boy, I bought that by mistake. Luckily, I can resell away. That is way too big. Let's see. Let's see. Bill says, I think mine are from Leatherworking and offer an option for the blade. They are in a box. Had them for like 20 years. Damn. He says, be right back. Gonna see if I can locate one like mine. There you go. Brandon says, Tim, I used my dividers for making long, thin strips from evergreen styrene. There you go. He says, let one tip ride the edge of the styrene and it lightly scores it, then just snap it off. It's a good idea. Caleb's with us over there on YouTube. He says, hey, Mecha, just tuned in. What's the progress on the GM Quel? We're going to talk about that here in just a few minutes, Caleb, so stay tuned because it's looking good. I'm excited about it. But I do want to talk about these Anchoret paints here because I got the hookup from Robot Kai, or actually I should say Miss Bella, over there at Robot Kai. She was nice enough to send me a few, and then I ordered a few extras and stuff like that. And these are impressive. Yes, these are impressive. Let's zoom out here. Okay. I just, mind you, I guess guys just got these in the box here. But I think what I got, 14 of them all totaled up. Excuse me. And we'll look at a few of these, not all of them, but we'll look at a few, okay? The one that gets me the most excited is this one right here. This is 004 Dark Purple Red. APS 0, oh, that's a 6. 064, sorry. This one is just an absolutely beautiful color. It's kind of like a plum color, right? And it's Really, really amazing. Now, one thing about Anchoret paints that you're going to have to keep in mind, they have the cap with a foam seal in the lid, but they also have this plastic stopper here to keep everything, from getting, air cured and stuff like that. So, which is really nice. And if you have a part separator like I do here from USA Gundam Store, this comes in super handy with popping these out, right? You just kind of go around and this just kind of pops right up. And there you go. Let's zoom in on this color, because that is a gorgeous, gorgeous color. I mean, look at that. That is striking. Like, I honestly could see me painting an entire mobile suit in this color. That's how much I like this color, right? Just absolutely stunning, this one. And you can see like how thick this is, right? Look at that. Look at it. It's just like gobstoppers thick, right? It's like honey, right? It's like the consistency of honey. It's super, super thick. These are 30 milliliters, right? 30 milliliters of paint in this, right? With a Mr. Color, say like this color here that we're going to use on the GM Quel, this is a 10 milliliter container, right? So you get 3 times the amount in this bottle. And that's why these bottles are usually 3 times the cost. Each of these bottles go for around between $9 and $11. $9 and $11. The higher priced ones are more your fancy colors, your metallics, and kind of, weird fancy stuff, right? Your basic colors, which is everything that I chose, $9. $9 for a bottle. Now, this is stupid thick, right? So you're going to have to thin this down, obviously. With a Mr. Color, you can probably, depending on your thinning, get at least 2 or 3 bottles out of this one. So you're going to get about 30 milliliters, say, out of one 10 milliliter bottle. You've already got 30 milliliters in here, right? Not thinned. Not thinned. This is 30 milliliters thinned, ready to go, airbrush, right? This is 30 milliliters super concentrated. So, if we break it down on the cost side of things, you essentially get 3 of these in this one bottle, right? So, these usually go for about $3 a jar. So the cost is there. It's legitimate. So that's basically a push in terms of initial cost, right? Now, when you thin it, that's where the cost savings comes in, because our good friend Pabs over there, he says that he has thinned his with about a 3.5 to 1 ratio thinner to paint. I'm thinking I could probably push that even more, maybe go 4 to 1. Depending on eyeballing it for consistency and everything like that. So you get basically another whole 30 milliliters of paint out of this bottle, right? So you're looking at 30 times 4. It's 120 milliliters. 120 milliliters of paint thinned versus 30 milliliters of paint thinned. I mean, maybe my math's wrong, but that's the better cost savings. You are going to need thinner. You are going to need a lot of thinner, like Pab says. But still, the economy of it, it works out, I think, to be a little bit more in Anchorette's favor. I think it does. I think it does. Yeah. Let's see. Pab says if you want an easier tool-free way to open these, press on the center of the plastic seal and it'll lift the edges. Yeah, I just don't want it splattering all over me. Because imagine trying to get this shit out of your clothes. No. No. Charles Dodge says, damn, look at that, right? It's an amazing color. It really, really is. Ranger Chris, what's up, dude? He says, hey, all, sorry for being late. Don't apologize. It's all good, man. Let's see. Kenneth says, looking at the chart, they have a nice range of blue and red. They do, and we're going to get to some of those here in a moment, because I do want to show you those. Let's see. Ranger Chris says, so Tim has settled on a color for the Quel then? Yes, I did. And it sounded like Stefan from fucking Saturday Night Live. Yes. Y'all remember Bill Hader, Stefan? Yeah? But these are going to be the two primary colors for the GM Quel. Very militaristic. But I am going to use some shades of Anchorette, I think, in the final job, though. So yeah, we'll see. Let's see. Brandon says the dropper bottles in their site, are they safe with lacquer thinner? They should be, because that's all they carry on Robot Kai. And I believe these, and these are the ones that Brandon's talking about. These are, you can see the graduations there, the measurements and everything. And they do come with the ball bearing in the bottom. And I think these are PET G. So I believe these are lacquer safe. But since they only carry lacquer on their site, I don't know. I would imagine they are. But Pabs, I think, can probably say for certain. The bottles are LDPE, totally safe for lacquers. There you go. Thank you, Patty. Let's see. Pab says you can use the money you saved on buying more thinner. You'll need it, right? Taylor's with us over there on YouTube. He says, what type of paint is this? This, Taylor, is the paints by Anchorette. Yeah, I got these from Robot Kai. Bella was nice enough to send me some, and yeah, they are stunning. Pab says, imagine, I've done it, mate, right? VFX10 Viper, Mr. Josh, he says, yeah, these Anchorettes are gonna eat a lot of my Mr. Level thinner. Yeah, dude, that's why I stocked up months ago, so yeah. Pab says, surprisingly easy to clean from the airbrush too. Peter Fulford's with us over there on YouTube. He says, is it thinner agnostic or should Anchorette's thinner be used? It is thinner agnostic. You can use Mr. Color or Mr. Thinner and Mr. Leveling Thinner, all that good stuff, yeah. Let's see. Pab says, it's thinner agnostic. Yeah, this is lacquer, very pungent. Yes. In addition to being dummy thick, it is very pungent. Like, I'm kind of about like a foot away from this thing, and it's yeah. It reminds me of that scene out of Anchorman, with, you know, the cologne scene, the Sex Panther, where Ron Burgundy's like, stings the nostrils. Yeah, that's what this is. Anchorette paint is officially Sex Panther. 60% of the time it works all the time. I don't know what that, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it's good. It is good though. I mean, like, look at that. You can't You can't beat that color, you guys. That's a lovely fucking color. Just saying. Let's see. Otaku Dan says, when they restock the metallic line, I'm going on a shopping spree. Worth it. Ranger Chris says, thought you were talking about using the maroon. No. This was my favorite color, though, in the Anchoret paints. So I just wanted to show this color because it's an amazing color. Let's see. Charles Dodge Creek Knockus over there on Twitch. He says, good thing my local Gunpla shop just got a case of all the Mr. Leveling there. Dude, stock up. Let's see. Brandon says, thanks, Pabs. Figured they would be, but you never know. Exactly. DT Warrior's with us over there on YouTube. He says, where do you get those bottles? From Robot Kai. They have them on their site. Let's see. Vincent Lewis is with us over there on YouTube. He says, hey, what's good, everyone? What's up, Vince? Good to see you, buddy. Let me see. Gumpy Uruguay says, need to find a mule to get that shit down here, right? Pab says, both USA Gundam Store and Robot Kai both stock these. Yes, but they have sold out very quickly. I think Adam has completely sold out of his. If not, he's very, very close. Bella still has some of the colors on her site, but they are going fast as well. There were a few colors that I wanted that I couldn't get, like the yellows and the one of the metallic black ones. It was like the graphite or something like that. It just looked like a sick color, and I just wanted it, and they didn't have it, so shit out of luck. Anyway, let's see. Brandon says, I think I'm going to pick up a few colors. I have an idea for their cool gray and purple. Dude, do it. One thing, okay, so one very, very important thing when you are looking at the colors on their website. And this was one of the downsides, the only downside. But this is important. It's not a deal breaker as far as I'm concerned because these colors are just so freaking lovely. The images on their site are much darker than the actual paints are. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. From what Pab says, Bella and the gang over there at Robot Kai are actively working on readjusting the colors, the images and everything like that. So just keep it in mind that these colors are, some of the colors, I should say, are much lighter than what they look like on screen. And mind you, being a graphic designer, I have my monitors color corrected, the whole 9 yards. So they are, as accurate as possible, right? Yes, I use a little spider and everything like that on my screens, color calibrate the whole 9 yards. Yes, that's what I do because I'm a graphic designer and I gotta be. Anyway, that's the one downside, but I am telling you, it's not a big deal. These colors are so amazing, you're not going to care. But it is something that you have to remember. Let's see. Kenneth says, same brand that makes those amazing Gundam resin conversions. Yes, that is true. That is true. Sparion says, if it's half as good as Moto, Mr. Hobby is in trouble. I mean, Mr. Hobby's got the market share right now. And I still love Mr. Hobby. Don't get me wrong. I love Mr. Hobby. But maybe. Let's see. Bill says, I can't find them for sale. I probably am just missing some keyword for it. It happens. Charles says, so definitely a respirator and paint booth filtration must. Yes, 100%. Like, I'm getting high just sitting here, which I think I'm going to put the cap back on, honestly. And the best way that I've found to cap this back, right, is just kind of squeeze this down just a little bit. It's gonna pop back out. Maybe not. Now that I'm showing it on live, it's not going to pop back out. But the little stopper usually pops back out, and you have to press the lid down and get the threads going and everything like that to really get it engaged. But great stuff. Let's see. Kevin Brandon says, very good color range on Robot Kai. Yes. Josh over there on Twitch, he says Sex Panther smells like wall paint. Dude, it smells worse than wall paint, dude. It's so much worse. Let's see. Ranger Chris says, idea. Use the maroon as a base and use the green you selected as a camo color. Not necessarily for this project, but the colors would look good together. Interesting. Belted Oral says, so what's the difference between this paint and the stuff girls put on their nails? This is definitely more for hobby. And it's cheaper. Because that shit's expensive. So, yeah. Vincent Lewis says, nothing much, Tim. Loving the hats, bro. Dude, those hats do look good. Vincent got a couple custom hats done from me over the past couple weeks, and they look nothing short of amazing. And he's happy, so I'm happy. Yes, sir. Pab says they had a full shipping container of this stuff sitting in California Customs for 3 or 4 months. Hopefully their next shipment is a little less delayed. There you go. George says ISF calibration, Tim. Color. It's just color calibrated. It's close enough. Trust me. Charles Dodge says USA Gundam has 10 colors still in stock right now. Hey, there we go. Goalie Zero, Mr. Carl, he says that's some plum good paint. Oh, Carl, you son of a bitch. Brandon says, so if I bought 3 colors, how many dropper bottles would I buy if I wanted to pre-thin them all? Well, good news is because they have 120 milliliter bottles. So if you thin these 4 to 1, this would essentially fill up that bottle. 3 120 milliliter? Yeah, probably. And these bottles are pretty cool because they got the little twisty caps here that you can just, you know, for those of you Nancy's out there that are using the gravity feed airbrushes, shame on you. I use a siphon feed, but yeah. Anyway, go to siphon feed, people. I'm gonna convert you all, I swear to God. But yeah, so 3 120 ml bottles. Brandon, I should probably cover it. Yeah. Anyway, all right, let's take a look at some other colors here real quick, okay? Because I want to show you a few of these. Because these are freaking gorgeous, right? Freaking gorgeous, some of these. Okay. And then I'll show you some examples of the colors being a little off, right? So let's first take a look at this one right here. This is number 2, dark red. Again, this is a gorgeous color. Really nice. Somewhat muted in terms of saturation, right? Somewhat muted, just a little. But I like it a lot, right? I like it a lot. Focus. Or not. That's fine too. Whatever. Ooh, this stuff is pungent. There we go. Look at that red. That is a really, really nice shade of red. And you can see the thickness of the paint, right? That's a beautiful color. A beautiful, beautiful red. Easily I go on a Char mobile suit or something like that. Yeah. 100%. Get this damn cap back on there. There we go. Whew. Getting high off of this shit. Let's see here. Oh my gosh. Greg Nako says gravity feed is king, siphon sucks. Robert, Mr. Cruz, Jester for all of you folks at home. Love my gravity except when it pulls me down. Nice. Bill says, not a fan of mixing by volume. If I can help it, I prefer to mix by weight. Honestly, I don't even do either. I just mix it by eye. I look for, that milky consistency. I'm looking, and this is the thing, and you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but hear me out. Not all milk is the same. Whole milk is obviously thicker than skim milk. And then you've got your grades of milk, 1%, 2%, etc. I usually go for somewhere between 2 and skim. That's kind of the thickness that I like to see. And mind you, that the only thing that's important is that it sprays properly through your airbrush at the PSI that you have dialed in. That's the only important thing. So if it's still too thick at whatever your desired PSI is, thin it. Simple. That's bare bones. It doesn't have to be rocket science. It doesn't have to be chemistry. It doesn't have to be super accurate thinning ratios or anything like that. Each color is also going to require its own amount of thinner. Some colors are going to require more than others. Have you ever tried thinning Tamiya white? That one color in particular, requires more thinner than I've ever seen in any other color, in any other range. It's an abomination. But once you get it dialed in, it's good. It's good. Yeah. But dialing it in, that's hard. That's the hard part. Tamiya white needs a lot more thinner than other colors. So keep that in mind. That's why I eyeball it. That's just me, though. Do what you want to do. Pab says, if you guys want to see some of the limited colors, all 3 Hi-Nu blues are being used on my current whip. There you go. Michael Dawson's got a question.
We have a question.
Michael says, I'm changing up the colors for my Perfect Gray Unicorn. I guess that's what PGU stands for. Switching from AK to Anchorette. That being said, I'm having trouble deciding on Anchorette Orange Yellow or SMS Marigold Orange for the V-fin. It's a good question, Michael. Go with what you want. Yeah. Go with what you want. I've never subscribed to the thought process of being color accurate, like perfect color accurate, to the anime colors and all of that. I've never bought into that thought process. And mind you, it's okay if you do. I don't care. Do you? But if it's like a hint here, a hint there that's off, who cares? We're not building military models. There's no, fucking color code or anything like that. Why not just go with it? Just an idea. Goalie Zero, Mr. Carly says, I call it pungent spaghetti red. There you go. Peter Fulford says, my siphon feed always drops the container, especially the color cup. I guess I need to add something like beeswax to the tube. Yeah, dude, that's weird. Miko Plot says, cube is done and beveled. Time to drill and make it a dice. Or, Miko, or you can make it a Gundam version logic. Hey, that's a blast from the past. Brennan says, I have a siphon feed Neo along with my gravity feed Iwata. See, I'm the exact opposite. I've got a gravity feed Neo, but a siphon feed Iwata Eclipse that I've had for like 20 years. Goalie says, I live for good reds, though, seriously. Belted Earl says, do the colors lighten when they dry or cure? I don't know. Pabs, I'm sure, has answered that. And Pab says, not to my eye. What you get in the bottles is the color you're putting down. There you go. Thank you, Pabby. Ba 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 ba. Cup of Uruguay, Tamiya white, Accretion white, Model Master white. Geez, the color is the bane of my existence. Yeah, it really is. Wilson Alanea. What up, Wilson? Sometimes I rely on my feeling when thinning paints with plus-minus ratios. Exactly. I'm totally there with you, Wilson. Totally with you. Pab says, to Bill, I do too. I always consider the bottle 100% and mix in percentages. There you go. Charles Dodge says, which is funny because with mini paints, white tends to need the least thinning before the color is lost or the paint is broken. Belted Earl, is Tim getting a commission for the hard sell? No, I got a lot of the paints for free, but, you know, I go with quality, man. I go with quality. And I know a lot of people, are wondering about these paints, so why not give my fair assessment, right? Just a thought. Just a thought. Anywho, okay, so here's an example of a color being much lighter than it is on the website, right? This is Xeon Dark Green APS 055, right? And you can see, you know, how dark the packaging is too. But to my surprise, when you pull the paint out, that's the color you get, which is a lot lighter. It's a lot lighter than the packaging. It's a lot lighter than what's on the website. It's just a lot lighter all around. Now, again, is that a hard deal breaker? No, not at all. Because again, these are beautiful colors. These are absolutely gorgeous colors, right? Just wonderful colors, if I do say so myself. And that's a gorgeous green, right? It's not, mind you, it's not as dark as I had wanted, right? It's not, and let's see if this is separated or not. But yeah, see, there you go. See, that's the color that I wanted, right? Now, who's to say that I can't use this color in addition to this color for accents and color seps and stuff like that, right? Always thinking, people. Always thinking. You gotta keep the brain going, right? But again, that is a beautiful green. That's a gorgeous green. The fact that it's lighter than what's on the website and everything, it's a small, in my opinion, it's a small, trivial thing, right? It's a small, trivial thing. But again, it's just something to know. Something to keep in mind, right? This color. Oh, light cobalt. 011, number 11. This. Oh, look at that vibrancy. This is a kick-ass color. All right? And then whoop. Yes, sir. This paint is so thick that when you pull the lid off, like little stringies of paint go along with it, right? But look at how nice and subtle that blue is, right? Look at that. That is just a gorgeous shade of blue. I mean, that's your Goof Custom right there, all day. All day long. That's your Goof Custom. And that's your Zeta Plus C1, or Zeta Plus, C1. The blue on the feet and everything. That's that blue color all day long. All day long, you guys. All day long. All right, a few more, and then we're going to wrap it up and move on to the Quel. Now, let's see here. Okay, so another example of the colors and the shade being a little off. Black gray, right? And when you think, well, when I think of black gray, I think of a slightly lighter than black, right? Well, Not exactly. Not exactly. It's a little darker than medium gray. Right? That's not a, in my opinion, that's not a black gray. That's not what the box looks like. You know? Again, it's a great looking gray color as far as grays go, which, mind you, I am a big fan of gray. I have 50 shades of it, actually. But yeah, so that's another good example of the paint being a little lighter than what's on the website. So again, food for thought. Keep it in mind. Now here is a sweet color. This is Black Blue 066. Come on. This. Now this is nice and dark. I really, really like this color. This could definitely get the base coat treatment for a future model. Look at how deep and dark and cool that color is. That is nice. That is nice. I like that a whole hell of a lot. And mind you, I'm the guy that says don't paint your models black because it doesn't make any sense. Well, if you're going to do it, that's the color. Okay? That's the color that you want. Because this is not true black. Just, it's there. And it's a little cooler, on the cooler side of the spectrum. Which is really nice. Alright. So, last one here. Okay? Dark blue. ZGMF. Gundam Seed. Whatever. APS 022. Right? This is a great color. Yeah. Do you wonder why I like this color, you guys? Any thoughts? Any? Yeah. This is a wonderful navy blue, man. This is very close. Very, very close to the Tamiya blue that I used on the Blue Destiny. But I think this is a little bit richer. It's a little lighter. Just a little bit. And if I had the choice back then, I probably would have gone with this shade. Because that's a really, really nice shade of blue. Really nice shade of blue. So, there you go, kiddos. Anchoret paints. Like we've said, you can get these on the Robot Kai website. Along with the Kaizo mixing bottles. You can also get these at USA Gundam Store. Yeah, go pick them up. Anywho, let's get caught up with the chat real quick, and then we'll jump over to the GM Quel and show you what we did with that, right? Let's see. Where do we leave off? Edwin RSA says, don't get high on your own supply. Dude, that is becoming real. Wilson says, airbrushing yellow without a good base color before it will wave death on your finish. Jesus, Wilson. Got dark. Anna Frame over there on YouTube managed to use the isopropanol you guys suggested to clean my dirty airbrush. Hey, there we go. Nice. Let's see. Charles Dodge. Tip for painting yellow. Undercoat it with a light pink. Interesting. Pab says there's no color code. Looks in instructions. Oh, look, a color code. Pabs? Fuck off. Miko says that was actually my plan, just small version logic. Hey, there you go. Let's see. Bill says, yeah, Pabs, I mix in ratios based on weight since the volume can change with altitude and atmospheric pressure. There you go. On a Frame says, I'm a beginner using a cheap KK Moon airbrush. Hey, nothing wrong with using a cheap airbrush to learn. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. Charles says, want to pre-shade yellow? Hit that area with purple. It's a good idea. I don't pre-shade or anything like that, though. So, and I like subdued colors. That's just me. Ranger Chris says, the rivet counters will have a conniption fit over my idea for a couple of Abrams in street colors about to do a little street racing. Dude, just from the description, I love that idea. Just from the description alone, I love that idea. Racing tanks. Oh, you put a couple spoilers on those bitches. Oh, heads will explode. I love it. I love it. Dude, whenever you get finished with that, please send me pictures. Please. I want to see it. Pab says, some of the paint was also provided to me, but I can attest to the quality and the toughness of these paints. I just got mine, so I haven't sprayed them yet, so I'm going with Pabs on this. Josh over there on Twitch says maybe it needs mixing. Yeah, the gray. No. Trust me, it doesn't. Let's see. Pab says, also you can't say the pigments are laying at the bottom because there's very little chance of that just due to the thickness. True. Yeah, it's just lighter. Yeah. Bill says not an ODG, but Tilvertone friendly for camo. Sorry, Bill, I'm still very. Oh, but still very tone friendly for camo. I got you. He says, what is with my typing tonight? Right? Wilson over there on YouTube, he says, when it comes to vibrancy, if you want more vibrant, have a pink base paint before your main base color. Josh Viper over there on Twitch says, like Cobalt, it's so rich, I love it, right? On a Frame Nutella consistency. Oh, yeah, basically. It's thick. It's like honey. Super thick. Charles Dodge, that looks like infantry blue. I'll have to get a bottle to see for sure, but I've been looking for that color and couldn't find a good out of the bottle version. There you go. Bill says, that is like the special Honda color from the early 2000s, light blue with a hint of violet. Yeah, I love it. I don't know why. Pab says, I have this sprayed on the high new. It's definitely not black gray. Womp, womp, womp. Anyway, Brandon says, you get the purple, Tim. I got the, what is it? The one I showed earlier, the dark purple red 64. Love it. Love it. That's the first color I showed, actually. Excuse me. The fumes are real. John Lynn. Hi, Tim. Frog. What up, John Lynn? Peter Falford over there on YouTube. Does the black gray need to be shaken up? Unfortunately, no. Shady Z is with us over there on YouTube. The dark blue would go good with a Titans color scheme. I totally agree with that. Yeah. Peter Falford says, hey, there is is blue in that black blue rather than the pure black I find in Mr. Hobby's Midnight Blue. Yeah. Midnight Blue on Mr. Hobby's side is a bit cooler than pure black, right? It's not like this. It's slightly tinted blue. So, but this black blue can, get used all the time. Wilson says, please don't go black on models. Thank you, Wilson. Thank you. Yes. John Lynn says, I'll put pure black on my kit if I want to. I'll put all the colors on mine. And she does. She does. Brandon over there on YouTube, he says, Tim, when you go back into the dating world, don't bring up your 50 Shades of Grey. Women will get excited. Then you show them your paint collection. Yeah. Whew. Hey, girl, what's up? You want to see my 50 Shades of paint? That'll go over real well, right? Bill says, question.
We have a question.
He says, how well do these mix after thinning with Mr. Color or SMS? Bill, I would have to defer on Pabs on that one because I've other than showing you guys and taking out of the box and everything, I've not done any work with them. So I would definitely defer to Pabs. Michael Dawson says, I'm using the regular dark blue from Anchorette. There you go. Malumbo, going to use these. Going to use any of these on the Quel. Yes. Some of the greens and stuff and some of the grays that I got will be accent colors. But the main two colors, those guys right there. It's what I got a lot of, honestly. I've got like 4 jars of this, and I think I've got like 2 or 3 of this. So I've got enough here that I'm not breaking the bank on it. So, yeah. But yeah, I think for the Anchorette, I think they will find a place for accent colors, right? Stuff like that. Let's see. Excuse me. Peter Fulford, the only issue I really see with Anchorette is that it's a lot of paint, especially high grade builds. It is a lot of paint. Yeah. But you invest in it, and you'll be set for a while. Look at it that way. Brandon says, you get the purple. Can we please see it if you did get it? Yeah, well, I didn't get any other purples other than this one, Brandon. And I showed it at the beginning when I was showing the first paint. So I don't necessarily want to go back, but rewind it afterwards, and you can see how gorgeous that color is. It's amazing. It's like a plum. Very, very nice. Bill says, make sure you put the over-the-top holographic vinyl graphics on those tanks a la Fast and Furious. Yo, I'm down with that. Mm-hmm. The idea keeps getting better and better. The racing tanks. Do it for family. Otaku Dan says, I've been doing the pink base for when I'm painting red, and it comes out really nice. There you go. Chris R is with us. What's going on, Chris? He says, hello. Vincent has a question.
We have a question.
What surfacer is a good surfacer to use under that Anchorette paint? Mr. Surfacer, you know, it's because this is lacquer, or solvent-based paints. So really any lacquer-based primer, Mr. Surfacer, Mr. Surfacer Primer, Tamiya Fine L, any of the above. Yeah, any of the above. I don't think Anchorette has a primer or surfacer that I know of. So, yeah. Anywho. Let's see. Belted Earl says, Tim likes them thick, I think. I mean condensed. Hey, little meat on the bones. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Tetchison says, Honda colors? Skyline blue, in other words. Let's see. Excuse me. Mike Skyers is with us over there on YouTube. He says, so many paint samples are flying around. Dude, I know, right? Just the way of the beast. Chris Pab says, I've mixed one of the grays for a darker tone with Gaia notes, and that worked out fine. There you go. Brandon says, it's almost like a Laguna Seca blue BMW uses. Yeah, kind of. Let's see. Plastic Peon Workshop is over there on YouTube. He says, good evening, everyone. What's up, dude? Brandon says, got it. Chat was behind, so I typed it twice. Sorry. No, Brandon, don't apologize. No big deal. Pab says, I use Gaia Notes Evo Surfacer. Works great for me. Anchorette does not have any surfacers and or clear coats. There you go. Okay, so, with that being said, Jesus, it's already 11:50. Where did the night go? Christ. It was basically a show and tell. But it was fun, I'm not going to lie. But there's still a little bit more to show. So don't move. You are not excused from this class, mister. Look at this. Look at my boy. My big boy. Wait a minute. I forgot one thing. Hold on. Un momento. Get on there. There we go. Look at my boy. Look at my boy. You're my boy, Blue. That is a good looking piece of plastic. And yeah, still even good from the back. Still some work to do. I didn't get much done over the weekend. Because I got lazy, and honestly I just kind of sat around. But anyway, it's besides the point. I don't give a shit. But yeah, so this thing is looking really, really good. If you guys missed the post today, there's a side shot of the new little elbow armor protrusion thingies, right? And added some apex parts to the underside of that. Let's get you zoomed in so you can actually see it. Yeah, look at that bad boy. That's looking real nice right there. That's looking real nice. That's looking sexy. Yeah. Look at that. Especially with the apex parts there. It's basically flush to the top of the rail. So it gives the kind of illusion, right, that this is kind of a connection point or something like that for additional weapons, additional loadout, what have you, right? But and you almost get the feeling that this thing can slide up and down a little bit too, you know? So yeah, I just think that looks amazing. And then you got the metal connectors there for the thrusters, for the thruster bells. And the awesome thing about the elbow mod is that it doesn't interfere whatsoever with the shield connection. It doesn't interfere at all. At all. It's perfectly aligned. You got about a millimeter worth of space in there. Plenty of space when it comes down to brass tacks. And it just looks really good. Really, really good. And there's the top. Still got to work on completing the shoulder over here. Maybe do a little bit of touch up to the head. Nothing crazy, but a little bit. Work on the weapon. Work on the hand armor a little bit. But this guy is getting really close. That is getting super, super close to being done. And I'm very, very happy with it being a practice build. Getting back into this hobby, right? Getting back into it. So, I'm really liking the progress so far. I really, really am. The shield looks great, right? Everything proportion-wise looks really, really good. Except for the big dumb feet. But hey, we're going to overlook that, right? We're going to overlook that. But there you can see the back. See where I put the little springs for that mod there. And yeah, this guy's getting super close, you guys. This guy's getting super close to being done, and I'm really happy with this and how this has turned out. It's been a success so far, I think. Just getting the design ideas back into play, getting the gears turning again, getting the dexterity back in the digits and everything. Just it's been a good time. It's been a good time. So, and obviously sharing it with you guys has been a great time too, you know? It's just, yeah, this is what I love to do. This is what I love to do. Let's see. Let's get caught up. Excuse me. Peter Fulford needs to hop over to Twitch to use some of those emotes for the build. There you go. Mike Skyers says, can you move that ass flap? Mike, must have missed something in that translation. Tetchin says, pretty clean build. Thank you, Tetchin. I appreciate that. Mike Skyer says, man, those mods are so clean. Hashtag goals. Dude, you're there. Come on. Let's be real. You're there. Julius Dempsey's got a question for us. Bloop.
We have a question.
He says, what are those, what are the elbow parts, the gray bits from? Oh, God, Julius. I don't know. I think they were from an old 1/100 seed kit, maybe. But I honestly, I don't remember. These have been sitting in my Greebly box for years, like literally years. So I really don't know. Somebody out there might know, but I think they were from an old seed 1/100 kit. Maybe the Buster or something like that. But I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, like I said, they've been they've literally been sitting in the little Greebly box, the prime parts and stuff. They've been sitting in this box for years, for multiple years, not 4 years, but for multiple years. I'm looking through my other parts bins and everything, not really seeing anything that I was kind of going for. But then I looked in this little compartment right here, this little space right here, and I saw them, and I'm like, those are it. Those are the ones. And the rest is history. The rest is history. So, I think they work out really, really well. It definitely gives a much more, I don't know, a much more menacing presence to the Quel. I never liked, like I said in the social media post, I never liked the stubby look of the Quel arms, right? Just the kind of very bland forearm and the bland looking upper arm, and it's just right? But that, you add that on, and it changes the whole dynamic. Changes the entire dynamic, the whole look of this thing. And that's why I like it so much. I just think it looks amazing. And to have the kind of illusion that these are rails, right? Almost like hard points, or almost like a Picatinny rail or something like that. Man, these just, I don't know. Having that option there makes this thing look custom, look menacing, right? It's coming along real nice, and I'm pretty happy with this guy thus far. As a practice build. So yeah. Hellsting Oz unit, what's going on? Haven't seen you in a while. Need to re-release the older Master Grade. Still think it looks better than this one, and the size looks better to me. Want it, and the GM Custom would be nice if they used this to make a new GM Custom. Yeah. The only part that I don't like about the proportions on this version of the Quel, these clown feet. Yeah, these clown feet. I did my best to kind of pull them in, so to speak, and do mods that visually gave the illusion of kind of making them look smaller than they are. And I think that we did that to a certain extent, but there's no getting around the laws of mass. It is what it is. So, yeah. This is the only parts that I'm not a big fan of. But it's a practice build. It's not a GBWC build. It's not a competition build. It's just me getting back into everything after 8 months of being away. So, yeah. Bill says, I don't know anyone who has used Mr. Retarder. I know many painters tend to use that in Flow Improver more than our hobby, but I don't know anyone personally. Oh, it looks like he was answering a question Brandon had earlier. Okay. Sorry, Brandon. I missed it, dude. Mike Skyer says, your boy, move the butt flaps or they paralyzed. Wow. Okay, I got you. No, they are hard position. They are one piece. The butt flaps don't move. You can't clap it. They don't clap, Mike. Unfortunately, they are one piece. Those cheeks don't clap. Those cheeks don't clap. Anyway, Jesus Christ. Whew. Plastic Peon Workshop has a question for us.
We have a question.
He says, any plans to change its overall proportion? No, because like I said just a little bit ago, this is purely a practice build for me. I am not going to invest a lot of time in this. Where, my normal GBWC build is like anywhere from 8-9 months to 4 years. We've been working on this for what, maybe 2-3 months, something like that. I had a little bit done before that, but not a whole lot, right? So this is purely a practice build, getting back into it after an 8-month hiatus. So no, there's not going to be any crazy proportional changes. Basically what you see is kind of what you're gonna get, right? Got to work still a little bit on the arms, and clean up the weapon a little bit, and match this leg with this leg, and then I'm thinking that's it as far as construction goes. But no proportional changes on this guy. Maybe the next one, but not this one. Taylor says, looks like it's from the Freedom's elbow. It could be. It totally could be. Julie Stemsky says, great build, Tim. Thank you, Sarge. I appreciate you. Josh Viper over there on Twitch says, clown feet, right? Thomas Staten, give it hooker boots. No! We do not do high heels in this house, sir. No. Miko Pla, Rosen Zulu hooker heels. No! No. That is a no-go. Plastic Peon Workshop says, P.S. Bro, you can reduce the width of the foot if you're willing to do the work. I know you love good feet on your Mac. Same here. Oh, yeah, he watched the foot thing. Yeah, from Mechanism last week. Yeah. Dude, I know. I don't know. The feet, in my opinion... Excuse me. The feet, in my opinion, make or break the mobile suit. It's just me. He says, got you, man. My practice experiment build is taking me 1 year and 6 months. Dude, yeah. Sometimes you just got to do that, right? To learn new things. For me, this is relearning, right? Because not doing this for 8 months and being off that amount of time, I lost a lot of dexterity in my hands in terms of modeling techniques and stuff like that, especially like scribing. A lot of the ideas got, a lot of the idea works and gears in there got kind of gunked up. And I had to kind of grease the wheels a little bit and get them going. But yeah, it's just getting... Right now, just getting back into it, get that kind of boulder moving again, right? Getting it moving up the hill, so to speak. So that's what this build really kind of represents, is just getting back into it, getting back up to the level that I was at kind of before the break. Yeah, just getting something completed, getting a win on something. So, yeah. Let's see here. Miko Pla says Borat voice. Very nice. How much? Not for you. Bill says, I think they might be either knee part from the 1/100 Buster or from the 1/100 Hail Buster. Well, since I never had the Hail Buster, I would probably go with the regular Buster. Because I'm almost, now that I think about it, I'm almost certain that's what it is. Because I quarantined off a lot of other parts from those seed kits. I had them, and I just kind of rated the box, for parts and stuff like that, and kind of pulled what I thought was interesting and all that jazz. So, yeah. Excuse me. Let's see. Howard over there on Twitch or on Twitter, he says heels. What the fuck? Yeah, dude. No, some of them have what appears to be like high heels, like the Rosen Zulu, right? There are others that have that kind of dainty, pointy back heel, and I'm just not into it, man. I'm just not. It works. It weirdly works on 5-star story kits because that's the aesthetic. But in terms of Gundam mech designs, I don't know. I just don't feel it, man. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Just my particular, inkling. Yeah. Belted Earl says feet and calves are critical design aesthetics. I believe so. I for some reason I'm drawn to, the knee area, the feet and ankle armor, and the shoulders and the head. That's what I'm drawn to usually first in terms of aesthetics, right? And then I kind of gravitate toward the middle mass of the model, and then I look at the shield and then the weapon and stuff like that, and then I kind of get to the back and look at it that way and stuff. But I do gravitate toward what the feet look like, what the legs look like, and kind of from there, because like Earl said, they are critical design aesthetics, which I wholly agree with. Yeah. Let's see. Bill posted a link to DeLong. Great resource for finding parts you want. Totally agree with that. On a frame, if the pilot is female, that's okay. I don't know, man. I mean, what I will say is this. You do you, right? If you're good, if you like that look, man, you go for that look. You go full on for that look, right? It's just not something that I'm into. Not for me. Not for the models that I make. Yeah. Cause like Michael Dawson, would those feet would high heels work on the Alex? Because Christina piloted the Alex, right? You also think about the Kshatriya, right? Would those look? I don't know. Okay. So I don't know. And I don't feel like the Kshatriya would look good with high heels. That's just me. Now, if you throw out something like the Cublé, I'm with you. That design aesthetic, I think, would lend itself to the high heel thing. It just depends on the mobile suit, I think. Yeah. Anyway, excuse me. Michael Lawson says, do you think these feet would work on the Alex 2.0? I have no idea, Michael. Because I don't have the Alex 2.0, so I'm not 100% sure. Go hop on DeLong and take a look at the instruction manuals for this Quel. Was the P Bandai Hazel Reserve unit. That was the kit that this was in with the tri booster and everything. So look at that one. Make sure you look at that one, and then compare that to the instruction manual on the Alex 2.0, and see how they're built. It's the best thing I can say to you. Double Zeta 2 and the reversible. Yeah. Howard, over there on Twitter, for me, it's not the kind of Gundam. It's not kind of a Gundam with heels. You know, I'm kind of there with you, I'm kind of there with you, Howard. I'm kind of there with you. Bill says, if you could swap them, what type of feet do you want for this, since you aren't using the resin ones you have? No, I think the resin ones would look fire on this. Any sort of Kotoki style foot would look absolutely amazing on this. You know, that I don't know, that Kotoki look. You know, I'm a big fan of that look. Obviously, yes, I'm a Kotoki fanboy. Guilty. But something like that, I think, would look amazing on the Quel. I think that would look amazing. Those feet would look amazing on most mobile suits, or most Federation suits, I should say. Actually, let me qualify that down even more. Most early UC GM based units. There you go. So, you know, your GM Quel, your GM Custom, your GMC, your GM Sniper 2, your whatever, your GM Cannon, your GM this, your GM that, whatever. Those, I think, would look great on those particular mobile suits. Just my opinion. George says, I'm with you, Tim. Except for 5-star stories, high heels are mostly a no-go. Yeah. Josh Viper says, when I gave the Exia heels, it looks nice, but with my Moon, I gave him big boy work boots. I know, and they looked amazing, Josh. Come on, dude. Bill says, there are all kinds of designs. I mean, the Barbie has high heels, and most people love the Lupus Rex. Yeah, I can see your point, Bill. I can see your point. I like the Lupus. I'm not a big fan of the Lupus Rex. Those big, long gorilla arms. I'm not a big fan of it. Now, I don't, you know, with the Barbatos, that skims that fine line for me. Because while technically, yes, they are, I guess, what you would consider as high heels, but in the same vein, they don't necessarily have that classic high heel look that like a 5-star story has, right? Again, fine line. It just depends on kind of where you draw that line, I guess, right? But good point. Solid point. Earl says, I like the ones that look like mecha cowboy boots. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that, I think. Yeah. Chris R says, Sabaton Con is officially a go, which means AZ Gunpla Builder Model Contest is also a go. We'll have more info as it comes down. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do this year for it, though. Just the fact that you're having it, Chris, is a good thing. Charles Dodge says, on the Barbatos, are they high heels or they hooves? See, and that's kind of that fine line, right? Kind of that fine line. George says, woohoo, Chris. Wilson says, with a Barbatos design, you don't just look on one part like heels or arms. You have to look at the overall design to appreciate the monstrous design. I agree with you, Wilson. I do. For my preference, the lupus, right? The Barbatos lupus, the first incarnation of it in season 2, the one that fought the Hashval or Hashmal or whatever it is. That, for me, for my money, is the perfect version of the Lupus. The shoulder designs, especially on the Lupus, were nothing short of perfect for that. So yeah, I'm kind of there with you. Let's see. Bill says high heels belong on the wound wart. Fight me. George says, good night all. 5 a.m. comes fast. See you on Wednesday. George, thank you. Take care, buddy. Sleep well. Wilson says, FYI, I hate all Barbatos designs. I'm more on Grays. And the Grays is awesome too. I like the Barbatos. Like I said, the Barbatos Lupus. It's like, I don't know. It's perfect for me. Perfect. But, yeah. So, everybody's saying good night to George. Night, George. Anyway. All right, you guys. It's 12:17. Good show, I think. We just did a lot of talking, some show and tell, talking about the updated schedule. So just if you missed the beginning of the show, we're going to a 3-week on, 1 week off schedule. The 1 week off will be a Mechanism week. I will be on and hosting that week of Mechanism. So we're only going to lose the 2 shows in that short week, right? Now there are still some things to consider. But that's the initial thoughts as of now. Initial thoughts. So keep that in mind. I'll let you know when that starts to happen. Might be next week. I don't know. It depends on how I feel and what kind of comes down the pipe. Because we're supposed to have a painter in here this week to paint the kitchen and living room. And then after that, it's kind of fast and furious to sell this place. No Tokyo Drift, unfortunately, but you understand. That was bad. Anyway, all right, so let's close this one out, shall we? If you are interested in any of the tools and materials that we normally work with here on a daily basis, click the Amazon link in the description below, or that side if you're watching Facebook. I do get a commission based off the stuff that you buy, but it does not increase the cost for you. It goes to help support the channel and what we do here. So a lot of new cool stuff in the Amazon link, including these awesome little compass divider things by Mr. Penn, the rulers, this big boy. Kill somebody with that thing. So go check out the Amazon link. Go see what you might need, right? Help support the channel. If you are interested in copping one of these awesome Hummingbird Chibi shirts drawn up by our good friend Mr. Corey DeYonker, links 53 over there on Twitch. Hit up www.chadamecha.com. Hit the store button up at the top. You will find this shirt, hats, prints, all sorts of other fun stuff in there. Mecha Decals series and insignia t-shirts, Ace Pilot t-shirts, all sorts of other shirts in there. So go load up. And if you really, really want to show your support for what we do here, man, hit up the Chada Mecha Patreon. A lot of good stuff going on over there. Monthly giveaways, monthly hangouts for that certain tier, posts and pictures that are much expanded from what I normally post on social media. Full breakdowns of mods and everything like that. So if you want to show your support for what we do here and what you learn, man, go hit up the Patreon. It would be much appreciated if you are in the position to do so. And then finally, if you're interested in kits, tools, paints, accessories, Mecha Decals, sheets 1 to 3, those are all in stock right and shipping now. Down at our good friends right down here, USA Gundam Store. Adam and the fine folks down there will definitely have what you need. So, with that being said, come on back here on Wednesday, and hopefully we're gonna actually build on Wednesday and get this thing closer to completion. Yeah? So, with that being said, you guys, have a safe and happy Tuesday, and build something cool. All right? I will see you on Wednesday, guys. Take care.